Home COVID test kits are proliferating in the United States, with several available online and some available over the counter at pharmacies. Some are antigen tests. An antigen test detects protein fragments specific to the coronavirus. Turnaround time for results is usually very quick, in some cases 15 minutes, which I am going to demonstrate shortly with one of those tests. But some are PCR, polymer chain reaction tests, which are more accurate, and in which one sample must be sent to a lab for analysis. Obviously, turnaround time is longer. It could be as short as a day or a few days. PCR testing is considered the gold standard. PCR detects RNA, genetic material that is specific to the virus. Now, the pharmacy I visited had only one test available, and that is the Binax Now test, which is a rapid antigen test. And I'm going to administer this test to myself now. Now, this does not mean that we endorse or make any judgment on this product. This test does require a certain amount of care and precision. All the steps have to be properly timed. Some tests need the user to download an app. Some may even require a live consultant from the company to call in and witness the test result in order to certify it. So here goes with my test. So I have to snip this off and put the liquid, all the liquid, into the top hole. Yes, I see it going in. All of it, yes. It's going into the top. It's filling up the whole thing. Okay, and now I need to take my sample. You don't have to go too deep, apparently. This much should be enough, not like the really invasive tests. Both nostrils. It doesn't feel too uncomfortable. Now I got to stick it in here. There you go. And it stays like that. Now I peel this off. It's a little hard with gloves. They did recommend gloves, so I'm doing the whole thing as per recommendation. But, let me see. Yeah, I forgot this has to go around 3 times. You just got to swirl it around. 2, 3. And now this has to stay flat all the while. Seal it. And I have to wait 15 minutes. And I have to time it. It has to be very precise. So it's 15 minutes. And if the sample window is clear, which it is, that means I don't have the coronavirus. The control window has a bar and the sample window is clear. To minimize false positives and false negatives, which antigen tests can show, I will have to do this test after 36 hours and within 3 days. That is why there are 2 sets of all these things, including the dropper liquid, which goes into that hole over there. It's also important to remember that not all the tests here in the US are certified by the FDA. So it's not that you can take any test and show it at the airport when you get on a flight. You need to check in your particular country or with your particular authorities as to what test is acceptable for international travel, for example. For the Straits Times, I'm Nirmal Ghosh in Washington, D.C.